just so you know. I think that's cool.
That is cool.
Here he comes, Mr. J!
Excellent. I'll leave it to you then, my dear.
Sorry, I didn't know this was here.
Oh, that's okay. I thought you knew everything about this game.
I don't know everything. Yeah, I believe that's Mr. Freeze's Sally.
Something interesting that happened to me is I got the first dose of the vaccine before they decided that they wanted people to have a million other doses of it. I got the first dose of it, and it was like after I had gotten my surgery, my emergency surgery.
For your gallbladder.
Yeah, because I had, there was something wrong with it, and they just had to, take it out, or it could hurt me. So I was still recovering from that, and I know this is gonna get into, intimate details, but you and I hadn't had sex for a bit, because, I was recovering from surgery.
Anyone for fried bat wings?
I don't think that's true. I think it's because I was building my goon stamina during that time. You know, we were like, okay, 45 minutes is not enough.
That makes sense.
Especially for the first tape that we're releasing.
And historically, I've only ever gotten UTIs when I was either a child or, if I didn't clean properly after, doing that kind of stuff with you. So we hadn't done that in...
Wait, look at that.
That's hilarious. We hadn't done that in quite some time because I was recovering from my surgery, and then I got that shot, and then I immediately got a UTI after getting that shot. And then I looked it up online and saw other women also had cases of also getting UTIs immediately after getting the shot.
And you tried to tell the doctor, and they ignored you and said it was a conspiracy.
Yeah, and they said it was a conspiracy and that it had nothing to do with the shot, and got mad at me and wouldn't give me medication for my UTI.
They did get mad at you. It was so weird.
They got really mad at me. They wouldn't give me medication for my UTI, so I had to go online and buy antibiotics online through GoodRx, too.
Well, I want to point out, I know people don't like RFK Jr. and, his health administration, but, now they're only recommending the infirm, like those with, disability issues.
Done it again. I don't believe it. I'm on my way now.
Oops, change of plans, kiddo.
But I tried my best.
Sorry, but there is no prize for second place. I'm afraid you're off the party list. Better luck next time.
No!
Basically, now they're only recommending if you have a compromised immune system or you're old to get it. Isn't that interesting?
It is interesting.
After all of the go fuck yourself for not doing it.
I think it's because it's not fully safe, personally.
I don't know, but
that's my opinion.
Hey, hands off the merchandise. That's my party list.
Oh, I'd be getting a handful there. Look, Basil Carlo.
Why the smiles next to certain names?
You're the detective, you tell me. Huh?
Basil Carlo, by the way, is
Clayface, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them, obviously.
You won't find Mr. J. He's in the secret lab in the gardens and... Oh, crap!
Yep, I know.
Damn. Well, he'll get me out. You'll see. Yeah. You'll see.
She knows he's not gonna get her out.
I think it's interesting how Batman's always a little more gentle with her.
He doesn't hurt her nearly as badly as everyone else.
Oracle, I'm done. Harley is subdued, and I have her print scanned.
So you can find the secret lab in the gardens.
Yes. Harley's been everywhere on the island, so I'm calibrating the scanner to only show prints that have traces of chlorophyll.
Okay, listen, be careful. I rerouted a Wayne Tech satellite to show thermal scans of the island. The gardens are showing up hot. Something bad is happening there.
Let's talk to her for a second.
Mr. J.
Oh, alright. I didn't know that would pop up.
He'll be back for me later. He's only messing around.
She'll be okay.
She's so cute. I want to keep her company.
I know. I like in the modern Batman family how she's kind of become an honorary member of it.
I like that too.
She's not really bad anymore. She kind of moved on from the Joker, and I actually like that evolution of the character. A lot of people prefer this Harley, like the obsessed over Joker version. I like that for a phase of her life, but I feel like at a certain point it just becomes repetitive.
Yeah, I like it for the first part of her life, and then she gets a redemption arc, kind of like I'm
All alone in your cell. Why don't you break the ice with the most dangerous prisoner?
I'm a big sucker for redemption arcs. I love seeing an enemy become somebody better.
By the way, that is a sick design for Mr.
That's
Freeze.
awesome, yeah.
I
It's
wish
really
they had made
cool.
him look like that in one of the games. That's amazing. He has a great design in the other games, but that's really cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
really cool.
BTAS.
Hey, why do you think they chose a different Clayface for this game and like that isn't in the DCAU? Because the DCAU one is a different guy.
I don't remember if eventually Basil Carlo is also in the DCAU or not. I just don't remember because there's so many tie-in comics that people argue about the canon of and stuff. And did we already talk about that? That I said I think they're canon unless
we
they're
did.
contradicted by the animations. That's my personal opinion. Same with the video games, but I just I know that there's different versions of the character, and some of them we have something to do here. Some of them are like stage actors. Like I believe Basil Carlo is a stage actor, and I believe you can see like things of him. Like you can see different posters of him.
That's cool.
In Arkham Knight, actually, in Panessa Studios.
That's awesome.
Did I miss? There's always 3 of these. Did I miss one?
But he was a big time actor in the
Movie
DCAU, but he
Yeah.
was a different guy. What was his name again?
Matt Hagen.
Yes, Matt Hagen.
Yeah, I got that confused a few parts ago, I think. Because, yeah, there are different ones. I guess I couldn't tell you why they picked that one.
I don't know.
I think people were very quick to point out in the DCAU that it's like, well, they used Wally because Barry was dead at the time as Flash, and they used, okay, we gotta get up there. And they used John because of this and that. And it's like, you're right, and Kyle. But also, the DCAU, when it started, it had the option to do any of these things. Like, they could have had Barry be the Flash.
Yeah, because
You know,
he didn't necessarily have to be dead in that universe.
No, but they just chose to go that way. And
An
I'm
interview
sure...
tape.
Yeah, I'm sure it had something to do with that brand synchronicity, too.
Victor has been in isolation since the attack on Zagar last week. As I wait for him to be brought up to me, I have had time to review his notes. I am increasingly worried he cannot be cured. He has no empathy for his victims. Deep down, I believe he views all of us as potential victims.
Doc, are you okay?
What's happening?
It's Zaz. He broke out of isolation. He's gone.
Oh, God!
Don't worry, Doc. You're in the safest place. He's definitely left the island.
Of course. But someone needs to alert the authorities. He'll need to kill again. Do you understand me? Needs to. Oh, no. He's gone after Dr. Cassidy.
Hello?
Sarah, it's Gretchen. Listen to me.
Hold on, there's someone at the door.
Sarah, do not answer the door. Can you hear me? Do not answer the door. It says he's free.
Damn.
How come there's not another tape after that? Does she die?
I mean, we're pretty sure that, yeah.
Do we not find out, though?
I think that's pretty much your confirmation.
They didn't save her?
Well, how would they? What would they teleport?
That shouldn't have happened. Why do people get out of Arkham so easily? There is something wrong with this place. That guy should have been held down and freaking hogtied with, like, barbed wire.
Really, I think that he's one of the people who probably should be executed by the state, you know?
I mean, with that amount of kills, most states probably would.
It is very odd how they have this obsession with needing to fix these people. Like, I understand, like, Two-Face, maybe. Because he used to be the DA. I understand, I get with the Joker why they're trying, because, like, if they can cure the Joker, they can, like, be like, look what we did. Mm-hmm. But most of these people, like, they're not very curable.
I think that if they determine somebody not curable, then they should determine whether or not they should go to a prison for the criminally insane, or if they should possibly be executed.
Well, yeah,
depending on the state's laws.
Yeah, and, like, I get Batman shouldn't do that. Like, I understand that argument. Like,
yeah, but that's the justice system. Like, the justice system is allowed to do death sentences.
I think I couldn't hear it because I was turned away, but Harley yelled, "Stupid bat got caught in my trap."
Oh, that's funny.
But you can just go through here. But yeah, I mean, a vigilante doing it, I understand why that would be.
Spring was a turning point, a new beginning, a glorious realization of my true destiny. My family's killer perished in an unfortunate accident. These animals cannot be cured. Like dogs, They only respond to discipline. And if that fails, then I was afraid that these accidents would have to continue.
Oh. He started killing the patients.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Because he decided none of them could be cured.
Yeah, which, I mean, that might be a little far, but...
I think some people can be cured, but I think that people who can't be cured need to be dealt with. And I don't know if that necessarily means death or not, but I do know that it means that they, at the very least, should be kept away from the rest of society.
Well, yeah, like, they're completely murdering people. And, I was gonna say really quick that I got off track. Sorry about that, because there was, like, a cutscene and everything. What I was gonna say, though, was that Stephanie Sue is that, you know, woman reporting on the Diddy trial, and then I got on how...
Oh, yeah, we were talking about how hot she is.
She's gorgeous. Philip DeFranco...
How did you get out of there?
I used to watch Philip DeFranco's news coverage, and he used to be much more moderate, and, like, he seemed like a decent guy. I'm not sure if he cracked under stress or not, or like what the hell happened to him. Like, because he started getting very vitriolic with people he didn't agree with and kind of acting like a toddler.
But you were going to talk about the Diddy stuff. You weren't going to talk about this guy.
Yeah, so with Diddy, he turned to her. She's this TikTok and YouTube type reporter like that.
He turned to her in the courtroom.
Yeah, he turned to her in the courtroom when she was watching and mouthed, "I know you," to her more than once. And
yeah, like in a weird, threatening type way.
Well, yeah, it kind of seems like he's trying to, like, threaten, like he's trying to scare everybody around this trial, is what it seems like. And then now there was a juror who was going to, I don't know what ended up happening on this, was going to get kicked off of the jury.
Harley was just the warm-up, Bats. And to be fair to the little scamp, she did an okay job. Let's call it a B+. But between you and me, I'm aiming for the A grade. Just got to mix a couple more of these chemicals, and I'll be creating my own personal army. Ha!
And there was a juror, I believe it was juror number 6, was about to get kicked off of the trial. Juror number 6, I believe it was about to be kicked off of the trial because it almost seemed like he was planted. Mm-hmm. Like, he was telling these stories that apparently didn't match up, and the judge called him out, and then it was like a whole back and forth in the trial. And then when they mentioned possibly kicking him out, P. Diddy was like shaking his head like, "Oh no, you know, like we're losing this guy." And it's like,
getting upset. And the defense was like trying to defend why they should keep number 6 on there, like as if his life depended on it.
Which is very weird, because it's like, why do you care?
And then you the racism card. They were like, "Well, you're just getting rid of him because he's a black guy."
And the judge is like, "Yeah, so what?" No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, no, isn't that weird? Like, that whole trial is so weird. I never knew he had so much power, this guy. Like, to me growing up, he wasn't even on my radar. He was mentioned in a couple of songs, but he was just like a music producer, you know?
Yeah, like, I didn't know he was nearly as important as apparently he is in the industry.
Yeah.
Or was.
We're going over here just to grab a couple Riddler things while we're in this building. But yeah, I had no idea of that either. Like, I just thought he was just a, you know, music producer. Once I looked him up, and I only ever looked him up after I think I saw him mentioned in, like, Kesha's song, and also I think I might have seen that, like, thing with Justin Bieber with him, you know? Like, where Justin Bieber was with him
I only really knew about him after Eminem mentioned him in a song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he, like, mentions him in a song where he's like, "Just kidding, Diddy, you know I love you."
Yeah, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of like, this is an actual conspiracy I have. This is kind of like the thing with, what's her name? I feel so stupid. Did they get rid of the gas yet?
I don't know. What kind? Oh, nope, they didn't.
How do you do that? I don't remember if I have to do it.
I think you might have to do it, Pookie.
Or you have to
have to turn on that fan over there. See, there's a line attached to it.
Yeah, but I don't know how to get over there.
Try using a batarang.
No, there's a wall there, see?
Is there a line launcher in this game?
Maybe we can go around the other way, actually.
Oh, okay.
Like, go over to the side. Did you... Now, Nate brought this up to me, and I never really had heard about it before, but he's right. Have you ever noticed during all these award shows how everybody always has to, like, pay tribute to Beyonce?
Yeah, isn't
like
that
they
weird?
have to say like thank you Beyonce, and it's like Beyonce didn't do jack shit for that person. What are you talking
remember
about?
even Kanye back in like the old days was like obsessed with Beyonce, and he even had to interrupt like Taylor's speech and be like, but Beyonce should have won it, and then she won it in a different category.
We're gonna come back here later. I don't remember this. Sorry. I think. Oh no. I think I might remember. I think you have to have the triple back claw, and you have to pull down that wall.
Oh, okay.
So I think we have to come back there later. Yes, that's true. That was very odd.
It was very odd. And yeah, in that award show that he did that in, by the way, there was a different category that was like coming up that was like, I don't remember what it was, but it was like something else about best music video, and then she won that one for her song. So she basically got the award anyway, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And Kanye was like kind of making a fool of himself. And
yeah, he's good at that.
I kind of think if he hadn't have done that, I feel like if he hadn't have done that, he wouldn't have ever had so many beef problems with Taylor later on, you know? Like, if that just had never happened, maybe he just wouldn't have, like, made even more of a fool of himself later on. And now he's just crazy.
Well, yeah, now he's wearing, like, Black Klansman hoods and stuff. It's a shame, because when he gave his life to Christ, I thought, not to be, like, naive, but I thought, oh, maybe there's a chance for this guy. Like, you can think, like, oh, Jesus is fake and God is dumb, or whatever you want to think, like, r/atheism talking points, or you can have your own, religion.
Reporter Jack Ryder. Jack, we're seeing that all access to the island has been restricted. Police and state troopers are manning checkpoints.
That's correct. The island is effectively cut off from the mainland. Nothing on or off. Early reports that Batman himself is on the island appear to be confirmed. Eyewitness reports state that he was returning the Joker to Arkham after the incident at the mayor's office. There are unconfirmed reports that Batman was killed during the Joker's daring escape. But I must stress, this is currently unconfirmed. More as it happens. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Jack. We'll bring you more as it happens. As Jack said, we do not know for certain, but it appears Batman may have been killed in the breakout attempt. Stay on this channel for the latest news. Now, back to the scheduled program.
Why do they think he's dead? He's fine.
I thought if I threw a battering at them, they'd get the message. Be like, oh, he's fine.
That makes sense.
Can you remind me what I was talking about?
You were talking about the Diddy case.
After that, there was something else I said. You don't remember?
No, I do remember. We were talking about Kanye being crazy.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say that I think that he, like, when he found religion, even if you have a different religion, I thought that he was, like, going to find some peace.
Yeah, do you think he still do you think he still believes in Jesus and, like, has given his life to Christ? Or do you think
Not really. I pressed Y here.
Like, do you think he gave up on it?
Yes.
So, like, in terms of our religion, do you think that he would go to heaven if he died right now?
Oh, man, that's, like, a very serious question.
Well, like, I'm just wondering, because, like, you have to accept Jesus into your heart to go to heaven.
In Christianity, if you want to go to heaven, you have to admit that you're sinful, admit that humans need God and need God's help. Admit that Christ is Lord. I mean, the Catholic side of it is even stricter. And then attempt to live your life in a way that God would be proud of. That doesn't mean that, like, you are perfect, but it means that, like, if you have Jesus, the idea is supposed to be that should positively affect your soul and change you positively as a person towards trying to do better, right?
Yeah.
Good evening, residents of Joker Asylum. Some of our crazy guests have crashed the party early. And when I say crazy, I mean real psycho. Word of warning, if anyone sees a dribbling fool barking at the moon, or maybe just purring like a kitten, do your civic duty. Walk up to them, put your arm around them, show them that you care before you wring their necks. And then, get your lazy asses to the gardens. I'm cooking up a little surprise and don't want to be disturbed. Understand?
I don't know. I think they're just absolutely insane. Look, Joker Asylum, see?
Yeah. So do you think that Kanye has done all of that and still believes in God and all of that, or do you think that he gave up?
I think that he thought he did, but I think that if you look at how he's living his life, it's very obvious that, like,
he isn't actually living it the way Jesus wants him to.
Doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
Unless he's just had such a psychotic break that putting him back on his medicine would make him care. I mean, like, that's possible. I don't know. I guess I'm not really sure.
I thought I made them easy to find. I guess not.
You know what this is?
There's tally marks.
Yep.
Is that kind of like Zaz stuff?
Zaz is
You're
counting
beginning
on
to impress me, Batman. You may still reach a level just below my genius one day.
Did he kill those guys?
Yeah. Zaz is counting on you finding his work. He killed these people.
How many people has he killed today? Like, geez.
I don't know about today, but if you count these 3 plus the doctor, it's confirmed at least 24 or 25, because he killed 20 women before coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and he doesn't... he doesn't even kill for, like, a reason. It's just a calling to him.
Yeah, he thinks he's liberating them from their lives.
Yeah, he's not like, it's not like he's like Punisher or something.
Yeah, and you know what? Contrary to popular belief, and by popular belief I mean Zaz's belief, some people actually like their life.
Zaz is not popular, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. But you know what I mean? Like, some people are happy living the way he described, you know, like what he called the daily grind. There's people out there who are just like, happy doing that, going to work, coming home, watching their TV shows, spending time with their husband or wife.
That guy was eating a rat.
Ew. Well, they're crazy. They're psychopaths. I don't understand how, how did these people get so insane, and why are there so many of those people who are, like, off their rock, or, like, they're, like...
See, this is even further, I think.
Oh, yeah, design. That's cool. You know those, like, special kids that you see in school that, you think have mental disabilities and stuff?
And need some help, yeah.
And need some help? These psycho guys, kind of act, like, as if they have mental disabilities, you know what I mean?
I think they might.
So I don't understand what happened to all of them.
Employee relations, Bats. Harley disappointed me, and now she's out of the picture. Gone, forgotten, dead to me. You get the idea. What's it like in your organization? Do you punish your hired help when they fail you? Or is that saucy outfit you make him wear punishment enough?
Saucy outfit? Was he calling the Robin outfit gay?
Kind of, yeah. Which, I mean, the dude has like a purple suit. He's got swagger going on. I think he's got he's got a leg to stand on calling somebody else's outfit gay.
I tell you what, purple suits.
Poop suits?
Poop suits. Purple suits are the height of swagger. I mean, have you looked at King Endymion from Sailor Moon? Here, put a picture of him in. That's the height of swagger.
You're the one who has to do that, not me.
The height of swagger right there.
Yeah. Okay, don't do that 100 times again, okay, please?
Yeah, you got mad at me last time.
It got annoying because I was trying to talk about something. Did you leave that in or did you cut it?
I cut the part where you got mad at me.
Okay, well, you kept cutting me off over and over and over and over.
I want people to know you got mad, though.
I think it's fair sometimes to get mad at someone if they're wrong and stupid.
Yeah.
And you're correct. You know?
Hey, Bubby, can I have a sewing machine at some point to sew some of my broken front teeth?
That would probably be a good idea. I thought we got you one.
I got some holes in them.
I got holes in my scrunchies.
Okay.
What?
Shut up, Shaq West.
Oh, why?
No, your grandma gave me one and she swore it worked, but it doesn't work. Remember?
Well, maybe it works in her mind.
It's broken. It doesn't work.
Maybe it works in her mind, though.
It doesn't.
You don't even think it works to her? Like, you know.
I don't know. Whatever happened to it from her...
Whoa, Spider-Man!
Cool. From her testing it to whenever I got it, something happened in between there where now it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I would like one that actually works.
No, I know. I understand.
Preferably a lightweight one that I can actually pick up on my own. You know, like a lighter one. Maybe one that's like made out of plastic instead of metal, so I can actually pick it up.
I think those are like lower quality though if they're made out of plastic.
Yeah, but I don't need a super high quality one if I'm just gonna fix some scrunchies. Or
yeah, but the one you already got wasn't high quality enough, and now you need a new one.
What do you mean?
I mean, you already have one, and you're saying it's not high quality enough.
Yeah, because your grandma freaking broke it, bro.
Well, exactly. So that's my point. So this one's not high quality enough, so you need a better one, but now you want to get a low quality one.
I just
Checkmate, atheist.
I just want that one that works.
Checkmate, liberal.
I just want one that works.
Oh yeah, that reminded me of what I was talking about before.
You do know how to read a map, don't you, detective?
The other thing I was thinking about was that I was trying to say too. I never understood that thing around. Okay, I'm done with the Diddy trial. First off, I just wanted to point out it's very weird. You know, it's a very weird situation.
It seems like he's doing some malicious stuff to try and win.
That's certainly what it looks like. Like, why would you be upset that you're losing a person on your trial? You don't even know this guy. Oh, yeah. Supposedly, you're not supposed to know
And
him.
you have no clue if that juror was going to vote for you or not.
Right, and I mean, just because he was black doesn't mean he's going to vote for you. And it's not like all black people stick together. Like, I don't see a white guy who's a criminal. I'm like, hey, buddy, I'll cover it for you.
Because you're white, and I'm white, too.
Yeah, we look the same.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
No, that's dumb.
Right, exactly. That's not a thing. So I don't really understand what he was, Oh, there's something out here. Is it... Do I not see it from this angle? No.
Can you see the lighthouse? Can we look at it?
Yeah, we can look at the lighthouse.
Cool.
I always wanted to work at one.
I wish we could walk up there.
It's very cool. Wait. Actually, show this. I believe that there was a scrapped layout for the lighthouse.
Really?
I believe there was. There was, like, plans to use the lighthouse in this game, if I recall right.
And why didn't they do it?
I don't know. There's some cut content in this game. Not nearly as much as some of the other ones.
Add it back in.
It is cut.
Add it back
I
in.
believe that's the case.
Could you imagine if they took all of the cut content ideas and, like, put it into a super deluxe version of all these games?
I'd buy them again.
I would, too, for the super deluxe extra content. I would, like, literally poop my pants in excitement, and so would everybody else.
As long as the content they added was good. Yeah, like, same with the idea for Mad Hatter. There was going to be a hedge maze in this game with Mad Hatter. Did you know that?
See, that sounds freaking cool, bro.
Yeah, that was going to be a thing. We need the...
See, you don't even have to, like, think too hard on some of these ideas. Just put some of them in and make them fun and good. And just say, hey, it's extra content.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I do think that when it comes to games, like, sometimes people will, like, shove in content and it's not good. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where I'd be like, let's be careful that we don't just add in random garbage.
The thing for me with this is, like, you already have the normal version anyway. So, like, if you added in some extra content stuff and people didn't like it, they could just play the normal version, you know?
No, you're right. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want to bloat the game either.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You gotta be careful when you add stuff to a finished project, like, what are they talking about? Oh, is it Joker? Because I can't hear him from here.
Me either.
Weird.
Yeah, why can't we hear him, but we can see the subtitles? That's weird.
I don't
it's
know,
like the sound didn't work.
He's basically talking about giving you Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Each tribal pack of Titan that will enter you into a drawing to be the first to march on Gotham. Come on, boys! First one's free.
So he's offering people Titan. I don't know why they didn't wait till I got here to play that.
I don't know.
That seems like a dumb design choice, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, let's play this important story dialogue when no one can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not paying attention really close to the subtitles, they'll never hear it.
Hey, do you remember that pop-up book in Arkham Knight where the Mad Hatter stuff happens? Do you think they were kind of playing off of the hedge maze idea that they were going to put in this game, but instead they just did kind of like a pop-up book thing and they put like Arkham Asylum there?
I do wonder that, but did you know that it's not the same developers? That was WB Montreal. It was a totally different team.
In Arkham Knight?
Are exceeded all expectations. Due to this unprecedented demand, I have declared it mandatory for all members of my staff to be upgraded with the Titan formula. Don't be afraid. I know you've heard stories of mutations and monstrous side effects, but don't worry. Those really don't happen too often.
I'm sorry, is the pop-up book in Night, or is that one in Origins?
I'm pretty
remember.
sure it's in Night. Because I'm pretty sure in Origins, is that one, like, where you're walking around and it's kind of like a Scarecrow type scene where, like, weird shit's happening.
Yeah, after you find Alice.
Yeah.
Or when you're finding Alice.
Yeah. Unless I got him confused.
I think one of us is mixing them up, and I think it might be me.
That's okay.
I think I thought that one was the other one.
Oh, that's okay.
Because you probably then. Probably. I'm surprised they didn't turn it into a race course, personally. Okay, I got another thing to show. can you... Let me cap off a couple topics and then we'll show this.
Okay.
My cap off on Diddy is that's a really freaking weird trial, and it's weird how many people, like, had to mention him to, like, pay homage to him. And it's weird how Beyonce is also mentioned by everybody. That's just weird.
I know, I
I'm
agree.
not saying they're the same. I'm not saying Beyonce did the same thing. I'm just saying it's weird. That's all. The other thing I was going to say was, I find the whole thing with, like, these YouTubers who go, like, way too political one side or the other, like how I mentioned Philip DeFranco, I find it sad because not that you can't have your own opinions, but when you start telling everyone to go fuck themselves, unless they're just, like, a straight-up, like, racial supremacist or pedophile or something, I feel like you have no, like, you've lost people completely. You're not going to convince them. You're not changing hearts and minds. You come off like a bitch, and then they ignore you.
People don't want to listen to someone that comes off as mean.
And at the time, like, I was actually very pro-vaccine. Like, I didn't have any, like, problems, like, when he was originally starting to say this, because, like, it was a weird thing because it was pushed through by Trump, and so I would have thought all the left-leaning people like him would have been against it, you know? And that the right-leaning people would have been for it, but it went the opposite way. Isn't that weird?
It did, and I think it's because...
I will go back, I promise.
I think it's because a lot of those, like, liberal people, I think a lot of them have the kind of intention where they really want to at least make things better, whether they are or not, you know? Like, some of the extremist ones I think are just fucking insane, but, like, the normal liberals, we're talking normal liberals here, I think a lot of them just want to make the world better and have people not be discriminated against, not have people get sick anymore, not have people be killed.
I think a lot of them didn't know, though, that Trump was where that vaccine was pushed through. Like, I think if they knew it came from him, they would have ignored it. But, like, the thing is, he started Operation, I think it was Warp Speed, sorry. And that pushed it through, and then Biden came in right in time for it to finish. So I think they thought, oh, Biden did this. And it's like, no, this was from actually the previous administration, because I'm not old, but I'm not super young either, and I've been able to vote several times, and I actually remember during the Biden administration, at the beginning of it, where people were like, right before Trump lost again, they were like, oh, if Trump made this vaccine, I'm not putting anything in from me and that crazy orange guy. Like, from that guy. I'm not putting anything from him in me. And then, let me finish real quick. I know, and you will. I promise you will. And then Biden came in and finished it. So I'm saying I don't think they were smart enough to know that it wasn't a different vaccine.
I was gonna say, I think that on the flip side, Republicans are very conspiracy about everything, where they're like, well, what if this will kill us? What if this will kill us? What if this is actually bad? You know, like, I think that because of that happening, whether it was made by Trump or not, I think a lot of those liberals were like, well, if it'll help the country, we're going to try it, and we're going to be mean to people who don't try it. And I think for the Republicans, they were kind of like, well, what if it kills us all, though?
Did you read, let's face it, there's 2 dents in the wall?
That's funny.
And that's like a joke about there being 2 personalities. Yeah, but I also think a lot of them just didn't know it came from him.
No, I don't think so either. I think a lot of them thought it was Biden.
These are the private notes of Dr. Young. Titan is a success. Even my funding worries have been solved after the unexpected donations from Mr. White. Joker has also shown a remarkable interest in the possibility of a cure. Once the protein bonding process is finalized, I will...
Dr. Young, you ready?
Oh, yes, come in.
You'll hurt my feelings, Doc. Keeping me waiting like that.
Sit down. You can leave us.
You sure?
We're fine. Aren't we, Joker?
Oh, yes.
Well, if you insist. I'm just outside, okay?
So is he here? Did your patient X arrive?
Yes, I must say progressing more rapidly than I expected. But enough of that. Let's talk about you.
No. Let's talk more about your Titan project.
My what? How
do I know you have Bane strapped to a table in the basement while you pump him dry? Would you believe a lucky guess?
My goodness.